Hi there guys, a very good evening. Welcome to another British wine review by myself, the Natural Sommelier. I hope you're keeping well and safe and drinking some deliciously awesome grape juice as usual. Today we are heading all the way down to Herefordshire, okay? And we are going to be tasting the 2015 vintage of the Whittle Estate Special Reserve. Now, I haven't tasted this particular wine from them before, but I did taste their red, and I've done a review of it for the naturalsommelier.com already, the Estate Red, which I really enjoyed, so I'm expecting quite big things from this, okay? So, a little bit of a background of these guys. The family has actually been here on this particular plot of land for close to 500 years, hence the reason why they released this special reserve. As I say, it was released for the 500th anniversary, if you like, of the estate, etc., being there, okay? The vineyard itself, however, was planted in 2010. It's a single vineyard, featuring lots of sandy loam soils. This particular wine that we're going to be drinking tonight, however, is made from 100% Orion, okay? These guys do believe in sustainability and have a focus towards their local ecosystem and making sort of everything work within harmony with each other, okay? So the grapes for this are picked at optimum ripeness, they're then destemmed, then put into press, and they only take the first sort of juice, the first sort of free run juice for the for this special cuvee, because they believe it's the cleanest and the best expression of the grape juice that they can get. The wine itself is then fermented under cool conditions and then put into bottle to undergo a second fermentation, traditional method sparkling wine, as I'm sure you all know. It then sees around liege aging, of 3.5 years, okay, which is, you know, a relatively long time. A lot of English sparkling wines do see around 3 years, a little bit longer, 3.5 years. I think, you know, I'm quite excited to see what that actually does to the wine. And as I say, it has an ABV of 11.5%. Let's open it up, however, and see what we think. Okay. I'm really excited about this one. Really, really, really excited. Sorry, apologies for not showing the bottle there. There you go. Let's have a little taste. Perfect. Okay. Oh wow, look at the colour. Oh my god. I was not expecting that at all in any way, shape or form. Wow, I mean, just looking at it, it looks gold. It's incredible, actually. But there's a nice sort of persistent sort of bubbles coming up through there as well, which I quite like. There's a little bit of viscosity on the side of the glass, which I also quite like. But let's have a little smell and see what we think, yeah? Oh, wow. See, now this is quite interesting, actually, because I didn't really know what to expect from this, even at sort of first glance look at it. But actually, it does have this almost... You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a really, really, really high quality sort of champagne, a really, really old school style of champagne. It has this lovely sort of bruised orchard fruit character to it that I really like. Lots of sort of golden apples and bruised pears and stuff like that. Also lovely aromas of sort of you know, sort of overripe peaches and apricots and stuff like that. It does have a slightly sort of autolytic kind of aroma to it, obviously coming from the lees aging there as well. I'm getting lots of toasty, biscuity, almost sort of nutmeg, cinnamon kind of qualities to it as well. Actually, it's really, really unique. Yeah, it's not very floral, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I think it's quite pleasant. There's a little bit of minerality coming through. I'm getting that sort of traditional turned earth, sort of mushroom, almost a truffle-esque kind of aroma to it, which is quite good fun as well. Wow. But let's have a little taste and see what we think. See, the palate's quite sort of distinct actually, because the palate is obviously dry. There's no sugar in there at all. It's a very, very dry style of English sparkling wine. I think the acidity is a little bit lackluster, but it is what it is. I think, however, that fruit character on the palate is just extraordinary. Lots and lots and lots of bruised orchard fruits, as I say, I got on the nose. Lots of stone fruits coming through as well on the palate, and then a little bit more of a spiced quality, a little bit of aroma, sort of cardamom and cloves and stuff like that as well, which I'm quite enjoying. Wow. Wow. And there's this almost distinct richness coming from the wine. There's there's lots of sort of yeasty, bready characters as well, but the grape itself is actually really presenting itself in a nice way. There's almost this sort of phenolic sort of bitterness to it, which I quite enjoy as well. It's really quite interesting actually. I definitely think it's more of a sort of like a foodie style of sparkling wine. I think it's a style of sparkling wine that could pair beautifully with various styles of food, particularly richer, almost sort of gamey style dishes actually would be superb. I don't necessarily think it's a style of sparkling wine that I would have as an aperitif, but actually I think it's quite sort of unique, and you know, just by sort of looking at it, it's a talking point in its own right actually. So serious credit for producing an English sparkling wine out of a grape variety called Orion, guys. I mean, wow, really, really, really cool. So I think, yeah, it's good fun and definitely worth trying actually if you ever get the chance. Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's necessarily everybody's cup of tea. I think a lot of people would be put off, one, by the colour, and two, those sort of aromas and stuff that I was explaining there. It's not quite as fresh as a lot of English sparkling wines are. It has a slightly more sort of autumnal, almost sort of character to it. I think it's nice, however, and definitely worth trying, as I say, if you ever get the chance. So this is available directly from them, from their website, guys, and from the vineyard, Whittle Estate. That's WYTHALL estate.co.uk, and it is available for £45. Okay, I've tasted more English sparkling wines that are more expensive than that, which weren't very good in my view. I think this is delicious. I think it's really good fun, and I think it's a nice sort of quirky talking point. So do I think it's worth that? Yes, I do. This actually won a bronze medal at the Wine GB Awards 2020, so it's obviously been very highly rated by certain people, myself included actually, to be fair. But don't forget to check them out at the whittleestate.co.uk and on their Instagram page as well. You can see what they're up to, and more importantly, don't forget to follow myself at the Natural Sommelier on Instagram. You can see all my latest posts, and to check out my website, thenaturalsommelier.com, where you can find all of my latest wine reviews, latest articles, and see what I am up to in the world of sustainability, organic, biodynamic, British and natural wines, guys. Until next time, however, stay safe. Cheers.